Hey, Brian, Lightning Land Capital. If you've been hunting land near Raleigh, but everything's either trash or 400K plus, this 4.9 acres in Four Oaks is worth checking out. So I'm on Land Insights. This is what we use for land. Wow, this thing's wobbling all over the place. So that's the lot right there. That's the outlines of it. And as you can see, it's right on the side of this farm. There's like a creek swamp thing over here on the left. Nobody can really build over here, obviously. A little bit of wetlands in the back. It says what? 13% in the back over here. So this lot's subdividable, and I'm going to show you the soil report. I had a soil scientist go by there to check out the soil to make sure you can do a septic. You can actually do two houses here. You could build two houses. It says 4 bedroom, but it says you could even go larger than that. But to make a long story short, if you look at the house, these lots across the street, you can divide this into two. There's over 200 feet of road frontage. It says 208 on here. The realtor says 214. That might be from the GIS, but so that's the lot right there. We can swivel it around. Looks like that. Okay. It's right on the side of this farm. A little over 200 feet of frontage. That's the lot outlines. Okay. So if we go to Google Earth, that's in a Google Earth. See, this is kind of like a creek looking thing, really. That's the farm. Okay. So if we drag the little man over here, beep, we get in here on Google Earth. So that's the farm right there. That's the road, Lassiter Pond Road, it's called. This is a very rural area. That's the lot in there, but we had somebody go through, they call it brush hogging. We had somebody go and just mow out the area, clean it up so you can walk around over here and stuff. But yeah, it's all woods. It's not thick woods though. It's not super mature trees, but we had them clean it all out, and you'll see that in the Zillow photos I'll show you in a minute. So that's what it looks like. Let me try to get far away so you're not so close. And then it goes down to the water over here. That's to your left, so definitely going to see some deer and stuff like that. So that's the road. Go back. So like I said, this is all pretty looking, all nice and cleared out. Looks like that, but clean. Okay. And then that's to the right. So you got a farm on one side and then you got the creek thing on the left. So if we jump on Zillow and look at what else is for sale out here. So that's Four Oaks right there. This is like all Four Oaks. That's Smithfield right there. This is Route 95. You can see Route 95 going along here, which I drove down that when I drove from Rhode Island to Florida. So that's a little city of Smithfield. There's 95. There's Route 40 over here too. Route 42. And then I think that's 210, the main road that runs along there. Yeah, see 210, and then you take Lassiter Pond Road. And if we spin this, we rotate to north, it looks like that. See? That's 210. So we're off 210, Lassiter Pond Road. Google Earth, we did that. So if we look on Zillow, and by the way, on the map, there's Durham and Raleigh. There's Raleigh right there, see? So the lot's right here, 199K, and that's Raleigh right there. It's about a 30-minute drive. And again, this is 95 along here. There's Fayetteville down there. So we've got Four Oaks. So this lot right here, this one's 10 acres for 589 if you want to pay 600K. This lot doesn't look too bad. 7.89 for 253. This is what I don't like about this one is I'm picky. This has like a road going through it to the back. I'm not a big fan of that. Adam Road. So for some reason, this lot is a road going right through it. And it's just over $250,000 for this lot, see? Adam Road. I don't know why that has a road going through it. But it doesn't look too bad, but I don't see why somebody would want a lot with a road running through it. Next. So next, this one's $1 million. This has been on the market 254 days. This one's $1 million for 6 acres. It's commercial or something. Located just off I-95 in Four Oaks. Yeah, only 14 views, 0 saves. Approved concept design for townhome. So that one, if you want to spend $1 million, you can get that. This one, I thought I was just looking at this one. This one's 350K. And this one, see, I'm not a big fan of this one either. This one, you have to access it through an easement. The land is mostly cleared for an includes a 50-foot easement for convenient access. So this one's not getting much love either. My God, 36 views, 0 saves. Damn. So yeah, see how it has an easement? Where's the road? How do you do this? Oh, look at you got to go through an easement to get this. You got to go across this easement and go through here. I mean, that's not ideal. So a lot of these lots, you got to watch out. They could be landlocked. They could have an easement. You got to look at all the details. You got to do all your due diligence. So then this is my partner's lot here. This is the lot we're selling. It's listed with Tony Stone. That's his cell right there. 199,000, 4.9 acres. Hard to find. Almost 5-acre wooded home site, great location. Four Oaks Elementary, approximately 30 minutes from Raleigh. Ooh, we're getting a lot more love. 437 views, 37 saves. This tract has 214 feet of frontage. Property is subdividable and will support 2 4-bedroom dwellings. Soil evaluation on file, which I'll show that in a second. The beauty of this lot right here is it has no restrictions. You don't have to worry about an HOA. You can do basically just about whatever you want with it. It's residential zoning, but you don't have to worry. Like you can have horses, and you can do. That'd be ideal. Is you can have horses on there. You can have all the animals you want. You can build whatever you want. There's no restrictions or HOA on this one. It's bordering the Sassarita. I think it's Sassarita. It's called Swamp Creek on the rear of the property. Enhances the recreational opportunities with abundant wildlife and aquatic animals. This rear track will not last long. So, yeah, that shows where it is. So as you can see, I don't know why these pictures are kind of blurry, but you can see we kind of mowed out the front to make it look nice and clean over here. Makes it look more pretty. Yeah, that's a better picture right there. Cleaned out the front of it. Boom, boom, boom. So that's the lot. And there's the farm to the right there. And then it shows like some drone photos. Lassiter Pond Road. That's looking at the lot right there. That's the lot right there. Property lines. More property lines. Yeah, it's basically right where the woods start on the side of that farm. There's looking the other way on Lassiter Pond. And then these are the drone photos from the bird's eye view. This is the road right here, obviously. And this is the lot. And it goes back further. I don't know why this picture is cut off, but it's just under 5 acres, so it's a good sized property. Like I said, you could definitely do like some horses. A little mini farm. These pictures are cut off for some reason. I have the full pictures. If anybody wants to see them, I can email them to you. Wow, these pictures are all cut off from the road. I don't know why they're all cut off now. Now that you can see it this way. Road's over there. And this is just the picture he had of the lot outlines. Definitely not ideal. But yeah, that's the front of it. The best shot. Anyway, those are the pictures. So that's 199K for the 5 acres. And then this is kind of like the closest thing near there is these two, but this one I'm not a fan. So this is 4 acres for just under $250,000. This one offers a blend of open land, mature trees. These are cool because it's cleared, but this is this is like a little neighborhood. This is restrictive covenants. And they don't have any well or septic permits completed. Oh man, survey identifies wetlands and riparian buffers. Road maintenance agreement for upkeep, but there's a shared easement. I mean, this is not ideal. There's no soil eval. So yeah, this says it's accessed by an easement, utility easement. If you look at the last picture, so you can see these lots, everybody's going to be really close to each other. It's like a little cul-de-sac or something. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you have to access the lot through here. You come from the road, and then there's like an easement where you come through here, and then a little circle, I guess, where like all the lots are going to be. It's either The only two ways I see to access this road is over here or over here. Oops. And it looked like it was from here on the pictures coming through here. It could be over here too, but I don't think so. It shows a road coming in here, and I saw some like little houses over there. So this, you're all next to each other, all like facing each other, really close together. And this property is accessed by an easement, and it also has restrictive covenants. So that is something to think about. I don't like the restrictive covenants. Minutes from I-40. Access is provided by a paved access and utility easement. Restrictive covenants apply. No well or septic permits have been completed. Okay. So there's that one. There's like two lots over here. This one's even smaller. This one's 4.05 acres. Does this have any better pictures? See, it kind of comes through the woods over here. It's a little confusing. Yeah. And then everybody's going to be all like right next to each other. I don't think it's going to be very private. And then, like I said, on top of that, you've got your restrictive covenants. So, see, there's that picture again. It looks like you have to come in through here. Could be here, but I don't see it. Maybe this is like an old picture or something, but that's what they have. And I would say on this one, 4.05 acres. This tract offers beautiful blend of cleared land, mature trees, and a small stream, ideal natural setting for your future home site. See, access is provided by a paved access and utility easement. Property is subject to recorded restrictive covenants. No well or septic testing has been completed. That sucks. So those are those two lots. And then over here, this one's crazy. 230 days on Zillow. This is 2.2 million. If you want to spend 2.2 million, you can get that one. Wow, it's 2.2 million and 2.02 acres. So that's that. This one's 45 grand, but I don't think this one's buildable because they look at the way they say this. They're like agricultural use, and then it says currently being farmed. Please read. Johnston County. Let's highlight that. Johnston County is requiring a 20-foot wide easement before a building permit can be issued. So I think that's why it's 45 grand. I don't think it's buildable. So that's that. That's kind of like what they call, that's basically your competition. These are 245, restrictive covenants, and there's like an easement. And I don't think any testing's been done on it, it said. This one's $1 million. That's like a house or something. This one also has a weird easement. Yeah, this one's just over $250,000, but it has that road going through it. This one's 600 grand. It's like a long, skinny thing. Looks okay. That one's not bad if you want to spend 600 grand. But if I was spending 600 grand, I think I'd want something a little wider than that. Wow, look at that description. You want to read that? Go ahead. Well, there's that one. That one's skinny, 600 grand. This one's 253. It's got the road going through it. This one's a mill. So it's pretty good. At 199K, it's a nice little lot. So if we go back here, I could show you everything. I had a soil scientist go there, Mr. Barboza, that's me, and he did a soil evaluation, a full soil evaluation to make sure you can build on this property. Concerns the preliminary soils, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a scientist, but I basically he tells you like what kind of soils and stuff, soil suitability, yada, yada, yada. I just kind of go down to this part. These soils will classify suitable for conventional and modified conventional septic drain field. These soils have great mold. He just describes the soil. Said it's suitable conventional. You don't want a modified or engineered. You want the regular conventional. But then if you go down here, his name's Daniel Bliley, and I can give you his number if you'd like. This is all his sort of stamps and whatever. Licensed soil scientist. This property has potential to be developed as a 2-lot residential subdivision. Area 1 soils can be used for conventional septic drain fields. For design purposes, approximately blah, blah, blah. This type should be allocated for each lot for initial and repair drain fields to serve 4-bedroom dwellings. So you can do 4-bedroom houses. But then it says additional space may be required for larger dwellings. So you can definitely serve 2 4-bedroom dwellings, but it says additional space. You can do larger dwellings. It sounds like if that would be needed. So yeah, that's about that. I just wanted to show you a full video on all the lot outlines, anything, the price, the Zillow, all that fun stuff. I think I went over pretty much everything, the Google Earth stuff, which, like I said, this is all cleaned out. Our pictures actually look better than that. This shows you everything else that's for sale on Zillow. It shows you the map, what else is in the area, the Route 40, the Route 95, Raleigh. Raleigh? Am I saying that right? Raleigh? That's Four Oaks right there. Smithfield's right there. That's like the nearest little city right there. So yeah, I tried to make that video as short as possible. Did I go over everything I needed to go over? Yada yada yada. Oh yeah. Also, this has town water. You don't have to worry about a well. This has water. The water is right at the road, and the power is right at the road. Like I said, we did a soil evaluation, so you know you can put a septic. In other words, guaranteed this lot's buildable. And if you wanted to, you could even do 2 houses on it if you'd like. So that's that. If you have any questions, send me an email. I'll put this on YouTube. If you have any questions, just send me an email at brian@lightninglandco.com. And the broker's number, if you want to make an offer on it, just call Tony. He's the broker handling this deal for me. His cell's right there, 252-399-9983. So yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, if you have any questions, just send me an email, or you can even call my number. It's 336-223-5933. Thanks.